Hey everyone, this is Movie Versus. My name's Tyler Lamb. I'm the host, and this is the prequel to episode 10. How's it going, Steve?
It's going pretty well so far this week. I'm about to move for school, so that we'll have to talk about that later, how that affects us.
We groove as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming we're all going to move in with you.
I mean, okay, good. I thought that was going to be an awkward conversation when I suggested that.
Oh, no. No, yeah, I mean, and you're going to pay for everything for us, correct?
I mean, clearly that's the only option for what's happening.
I don't even know why we're talking about it. I thought it was just like implied.
Just implied.
Yeah, exactly. And how's it going, Charlie? How you doing?
Well, it's okay.
Oh, okay. Good.
All right. I was expecting something real bad there.
Really like to impregnate that pause.
Oh, yeah. You use that phrase a lot.
Yeah, at least 5 times a day.
Yeah. Always talking about pauses, or do you just like anything? You just like to say, I really like to impregnate, and then add, verb or noun.
I know a couple people named Pause too, but that kind of leaves it up in the air.
Wait, you know multiple people named Pause?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a common name.
I have never met a single person named Pause in my life.
You need to get out, dude.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry.
Mingle with the people. Well, this is Charlie is going to pick the movies for Steve and I to see.
And I believe we're once again in an area where we don't have a lot of good movies in the theaters.
We don't have a lot of good, bad movies.
Yeah, I
in the
guess
theaters.
good movies for us to watch in the theaters.
Yeah,
Especially since we together took Nerve off the table.
we did, and we'll talk about that in a little bit later. We did see Nerve as a podcast, like we did.
I thought you were going to say Posse, and I was super excited.
Well, I mean a
And that
podcast
doesn't
posse.
say that we didn't see it still as a posse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the podcast posse. I mean, I was making those jackets, those leather jackets
good.
that said the podcast posse on the back.
Thank God.
Okay. And so yeah, we'll talk about that later. But right now, I decided that we would use a kind of combine suggestions from one of our fans, Ian, I believe it was, made the suggestion for Nick Cage movies, and I also think he said direct-to-DVD movies. So
Why not both?
yeah, I figured there are actually some legitimately good. I mean, he's an Academy Award-winning actor.
Blockbuster
He
John
won- What did he
Travolta
win an
films.
Academy Award for?
I think he won for Raising Arizona, didn't he?
No, Leaving Las Vegas.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Raising Arizona is still really critically acclaimed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
so-
he might have been nominated for
Wicker Man.
yes.
What is that movie, The Wind Talkers?
I don't.
Where he learned Navajo?
I don't. I think I know what you're talking about. Never saw it.
It's like
But
a World War II or
I think
World War I movie about
he might
fighter
have-
pilots.
He might have been.
Code
Oh,
Talkers.
yeah.
Yeah.
He might have been nominated for adaptation. I'm not sure.
Could be.
But yeah, direct to DVD Nick Cage movies, and Charlie did the little research. So explain what you found out.
First, I want to say I went to Rotten Tomatoes and I pulled up Nick Cage and I sorted the movies by the rating and I saw The Wrestler and I was like, what the hell? Nicolas Cage is not in The Wrestler. And that's like,
Nick
producer.
Nolte.
No, is Nick Nolte in it?
No, it's,
Who is that guy? It's the
It's the guy that played Whiplash.
Yeah,
from
Iron Man 2. What's his
Mickey
name?
Rourke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse. Okay, we're done. So I just thought that was funny. It's like I do not remember seeing him promoted in that at all. But anyway, I decided to break it down into movies that had limited releases, aka these movies were probably in theaters, a couple theaters for like a couple weeks, and were just made to sell on DVD.
Yeah.
And I broke it into 2 categories: normal and an element of mysticism.
Oh.
But I think I can't remember exactly, but the last time I assigned movies, I feel like it might have been unfair, even though I didn't intend it to be.
But
So this time I'm going to give you both of your options to give you a chance to at least pick the best one.
I
if that's
will
fine.
say that it might have been unfair, but Tyler still won.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you guys
That's
gave
true.
me
I
the
forgot about
advantage
that.
for the
Yeah.
trailer, and then I lost because...
You didn't talk about
Because-
that dude jumping down the stairs.
No, I lost because the movie was a svelte 1 hour.
Yeah, that's
Keep it trim.
a generous one.
So if I do 4, can we watch 4 trailers?
I guess so. I guess we can. Well,
If that's fine by you.
all right. What are the? What's going on?
Okay, so Tyler, I'll go with you first. I'll give you your real one and your mystical one.
Okay.
Your real one is The Trust.
I've never heard of it. Okay.
Just wait till you see who the co-star is.
Oh God.
And then your mystical one is Left Behind.
I don't see how you cannot choose Left Behind.
Yeah,
I felt
I
it'd be
know.
good to, it'd be a good follow up to God's Not Dead
Yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly. I feel like Nick
I would
Cage
wait to make a decision till both of you guys come to your consensus. Then, so well, I
after
guess
after
now
the
you don't really
trailers,
know.
since you want us to watch 4 trailers.
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
would almost keep it secret. So that way, if one person picks one, they don't have an advantage over the other by thinking, oh, that movie, they chose the normal one. I'll choose the mystical one because
Yeah.
then I have that element or whatever.
I mean, I do.
Or whatever the hell you want.
I do think that Nick Cage is best in mystical roles.
It's true.
I
mean,
can't-
he's kind of always in one no matter what movie
I-
he is.
That's true.
You said normal movie and mystical movie, and I was like, I don't even understand why you chose the non-mystical movies. There is zero chance I'm not letting.
Because that's when you
Nicolas
get his
Cage.
crazy rage.
Oh yeah.
So I say tell Steve his choices, and then I guess we'll watch the trailers,
Sure.
and then we'll. Okay.
Yes.
So Trust and Left Behind.
Yes, The Trust.
The
dude.
Trust. Okay, it's probably like Miles Teller or something. Is the,
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I wouldn't even give you 2 options. This and this. Okay, Steve, you have Trespass
Okay.
It's a Joel
And-
Schumacher movie.
and a movie called Outcast.
I can't.
Outcast, is that the one with Hayden Christensen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can't imagine. I mean, we're gonna watch these trailers, but I'm just defaulting this.
I don't know why I know so much about these movies.
There was one I saw that I was thinking about it because the rating was low enough. It's called Stolen, but then I saw that it was directed by the same person that directed Con Air, so I'm like, well, that's not fair.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
And
That's
isn't stolen? Isn't that just like the knockoff Taken?
probably.
I mean, yeah, likely.
It sounds like it. Okay, well, I guess we'll just dive right into these trailers. Be right back. Soon.
Trespass is gonna have funnier action, but I think Outcast is gonna have more absurd plot. And then for yours, I don't know anything about The Trust.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it had the most classic Cage laughs. And then Left Behind, you don't really have to say anything about.
Yeah, and I won't because I'm going with The Trust.
Okay.
And that really upsets me because I think The Trust actually looks good. Like,
It seems like it'd be worth watching.
yeah. I'm gonna have to go with Outcast because I feel like Trespass has too simple of a plot, which was what killed me on Surf Ninjas. And I just feel like
Yeah.
there's not going to be enough meat in the movie for me to
That's fair.
work with.
I mean, I feel like all these movies are either like 40 minutes or
No.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
But
like,
Trespass looked like nothing. Like at least Outcast looks like I'm gonna have some twists. I'm gonna have some turns.
You got the whole Crusades to deal with.
the whole Crusade.
true.
He's the white ghost.
You
Yeah.
got Ryan Felipe in there as well.
Yeah.
Or Hayden Christensen.
Doing his Ryan Felipe impression.
So, yeah. I got Elijah Wood in The Trust, so...
Pretty much guaranteed to be awesome.
I mean, off the bat, I'm already not opposed to seeing any of these movies.
True.
I completely agree. Honestly, to me, my favorite my favorite trailer from those 4 was The Trust.
Yeah.
That was definitely the best put together.
I don't know. The Trespass one was great just because the audio didn't sync up
decent.
It
at
was like
all.
4 seconds off.
Yeah, it was.
Which is a ton.
Which was awesome because Nicole Kidman's voice was coming out of the bad guys,
I was-
and the bad guy's voice was coming out of Nicole.
I was gonna
Kidman.
say it doesn't say much for the movie that we didn't realize until the end of the trailer that the audio was
I
off.
knew something was messed up at the beginning because they replayed the first 4 seconds twice.
Well, and I thought it was weird that they showed one of the bad guys say something, and I was like, why is he just whispering to Nick Cage without
Right.
saying anything? Huh? This is a weird.
Well-
Joel Schumacher, he's got a weird artistic man.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, so The Trust is what I'm going with, and you said
At
Outcast.
least you guys should actually have somewhat fun watching these.
Oh no,
though.
no, it's gonna be awesome. But like I said, well, with Tyler's Your Mystical Left Behind, I feel like that's like it's too well known. Even though you don't know exactly what happens, I feel like Charlie knows too much about it to like really for Tyler to really like delve into it. And for me, Trespass just didn't. It was just like, okay, we've heard of the Panic Room.
Yeah.
Like, we've watched.
Wasn't Nicole Kidman in that one too?
Jodie Foster.
Jodie
Oh,
Foster,
Jodie Foster.
and Kristen
okay.
Stewart.
Yeah, and Jared Leto.
Yeah, and then which is also similar in my opinion, like kind of like a spiritual successor is like The Purge, which Charlie just saw part of for his last podcast.
Yeah, I guess to the first Purge, people
Yeah.
breaking in and you gotta defend yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I just feel like there's too much. It's already too similar to things we've done and know. Whereas Outcast, it just looks off the wall out there.
Yeah, it's nothing like anything we've done for the cast yet. I don't,
I don't think so.
Honestly, it's probably the closest to Surf Ninjas.
You know, I
Hey,
still wish I
probably.
would have seen 47 Ronin. Was that the name of it?
Oh,
That
yeah,
Keanu
with
Reeves
Keanu
movie?
Reeves,
I do
yeah.
kind of wish I would have seen that in theaters because it just looked like, well,
Maybe we'll do a commentary, which I remember what we saw on HBO. It was The Boy Next Door,
Oh right.
the Jennifer.
I remember
Where they're
The-
like,
explicitly those trailers.
That
Yeah,
J-Lo
remember-
You know, the
joint.
best cookies. Ooh.
oh man, it was it didn't. Well,
I
the,
love the way your cookies taste or something.
Well, the
Your
one
mom
was
makes
like
the best cookies.
the one was like the girl was like, man, it rained really hard where we were. Did you guys not get any rain? And he goes, oh no, it got real wet.
Like, whoa.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd definitely be down for a second showing of that.
yeah.
You mean a fifth?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
only second.
I don't count my mind movies at night.
Oh, there you go.
I watched it 6 times in a row, and I count that as one viewing.
You like to binge stuff. It's like Hybrid Theory, The Boy Next Door,
And that's
There's
it.
nothing else. There is nothing
at
else.
the same time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a hybrid theory going on.
I just watch Boy Next Door with subtitles so that I can still get it.
Exactly. Speaking of not really paying attention to something,
Be so disorienting.
speaking of not really paying attention to something, we saw The Nerve, and we were the only people in the theater, so we got to essentially do a whole Mystery Science Theater 3000 type thing. and just-
Basically.
It was
Shout
pretty
at the
awesome.
screen.
I mean, to be fair, it was 11:50 in the morning on a Saturday, so those kids couldn't get the 14-year-olds couldn't get rides from their
true.
parents to the mall yet.
That's
I
true.
swear that movie had to have been rated R though, because
It was close.
I get okay. Well,
Not enough sex stuff though. All the violence was
there
like,
was total
normal.
bush, dude.
I don't remember seeing
do
that, but I'm
I
not
do
denying it
recall
because they
seeing-
did show
yeah.
bare ass right after.
I saw bush.
I mean, you keep saying that, and I will trust you. I trust you. On
I guess we just got to rewatch it.
please no.
What did you guys think? What did you guys think of the movie?
I didn't think it was that bad.
Because I think we saw the trailer for this when we saw Attempt 2, and we were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it probably did.
That, we're like,
Yeah.
I mean, it just
We're like, we're
looked
seeing that.
ridiculous.
We're on our own
Which-
movie
can we
train.
talk about-
Yeah, exactly.
Blind guy next.
Can we talk about how inappropriate that trailer kind of is
Yeah,
for TMNT 2?
seriously.
Like, it's not the same audience.
Yeah.
It isn't at all.
No, but kids and phones, dude.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they got to be careful. But, so what did you guys think? You said, Steve,
I don't think it was that bad. I think they did them trying so hard to make it seem like some of the shots were from phones.
Yeah.
To replicate what viewing it from the site was just over the top and just pushed too far and too hard on that point, and it just gave like really distorted views and a lot of shaky cam in certain scenes.
Yeah.
It got way too preachy at the end, I thought.
yeah.
Where it's like, all right, I got to turn my phone off and stuff. They could have come to that in a way more subtle way. And I think I really would have just freaking hated it if I wouldn't have seen it with you guys and we could openly mock it. Because
Yeah,
I had a lot
yeah.
of fun. But if
that
I would
might-
have been by myself watching it for this show, I'd just feel like,
Yeah,
I do kind of feel the same way.
yeah,
Sorry.
I think that my thoughts of the movie definitely have to do with the experience had while watching the movie. Because I mean, like, I came out, I was like, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but then I was thinking about it, I was like, maybe I just I don't
and
think was
everything
bad.
we almost talked throughout the entire movie just
Yeah.
making fun of this.
It's true.
and like I see what you're saying, Tyler, because like the more I think about it, the more like I think about things that happen like that was dumb. that was dumb too.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of stuff. I mean, it was, but on the surface, it wasn't just a terrible movie. I mean,
There were definitely some parts there that
Emma
had-
Roberts
had
and
good
Dave
stuff.
Franco did well enough.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean,
they-
I guess like I can't expect anything amazing out of these roles.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they did a fine job.
Yeah,
of
their
what
their
they
acting
were
was
tasked
fine.
to do.
they acted fine.
The concept isn't bad.
No, it's not bad. I think that one of the main things that just hurt it was the ending, because it just kind of like they didn't know how to end the movie, so they're
Yep.
just like, this happens then, and everybody walks away,
Yep.
Yeah,
and then it just ends, and I think it was a lot of build up to nothing. But yeah, there were just some goofy things and weird things, but you know, I mean, I guess it was an original-ish idea, or I guess an original idea. I've never seen a movie like that, like a Truth or Dare.
I'd recommend paying to go see it if you're going with friends and you're going at a time where there aren't going to be. a
Yeah,
lot
and
of
you're
people there.
100% sure that nobody's going to be in the theater, and you can just rag on the movie the entire
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I
I recommend it. then.
completely agree.
Or like a $5 showing, definitely. If you know what you're
Yeah.
getting into,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
don't expect Shakespeare in the Park because that's not what this movie is.
Yeah, it's better than that. Duh.
Oh yeah.
But what else are we going to talk about on the podcast today?
You told us to come up with a suggestion of
Oh
something?
yeah, we're gonna do a little. We're
that's
gonna
right.
do a new thing, just a little recommendation. We talk about. We try to make bad movies sound good, and then say, actually, never mind, don't see this. So I figured, we
Positive
actually
things.
we actually talk about stuff we do like on the prequel episodes. So it can be, you know, movie, video game, TV show, book, comic, whatever, you know, whatever you're into right now that you would suggest, or something you saw or experienced recently. Steve, would you like to go first?
Oh yeah, sure. It actually, you sent me the text about this, and it took me a while because I was like trying to think of something that I could talk about that people just aren't getting like flooded with right now.
Yeah.
So I just saw that it's put up on Hulu recently, and I saw this movie on DVD about actually it's probably 7 or 8 months ago now.
Humble brag. You own a DVD player. We get it.
Yeah, I saw it with my dad, but it just showed up on Hulu like Prime, and it's the movie Mr. Holmes
Okay. The one with
Ian McKellen.
yeah.
Yeah, and
I've heard about that.
it's a really cool movie. It's basically has like kind of it follows 3 timelines for Sherlock Holmes. One is
Baby Holmes.
Yes, he's no, of course not. He sees a movie that is based on one of the books that Watson wrote,
Okay.
and when he comes out of it, he's like, "That's not how that ended," but I don't remember what happened because he's starting to lose his memory. So he goes to Japan to find like a homeopathic cure for memory loss to like kind of regain his memory. The other timeline is after he returns from Japan, and he's like using that and trying to remember while he's hanging out with the son of the woman who takes care of his house,
Okay.
who's like his maid. And then the third timeline is the actual case as he's going through it in real, like back in
Okay.
the day.
Jeez, that sounds interesting. Though.
And it's about him going down the path of trying to remember what happened because it was it was his last case. It was the case that made him quit being a detective.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And so it just kind of goes through all those steps, and then him trying to remember, him remembering, and then interacting with this boy who kind of idolizes
So is
him.
this like a period piece, or is it
Oh,
present
yeah,
day?
definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, interesting. I'll check it out. Charlie, you got a...
I guess I would go with the dual recommendation.
All right.
One, I'll make it very
Already
short and sweet
overachieving?
because, well, hold on. I'll make it very short and sweet because we've already beaten it to death. But I finally got around to seeing the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman,
yeah,
and
that's
it
right.
was incredible.
I knew it was coming.
But my other thing, I guess, if I were to go with music, I would say the Suicide Squad album should be out in a couple days, I would
yeah?
imagine. And I'm really interested in listening to that from beginning to end because I think it's such an interesting mix of artists that I wouldn't assume are going to be working together.
Are you going to like take a boombox in and then start it up the second Suicide Squad starts?
Hell no,
And like
'cause-
watch it like Dark Side of the Moon with
No.
Oz?
No, I'm not. I'll do that for all subsequent viewings though, in theaters. Don't want to ruin that first night for people. Though.
Exactly.
But I know it's got like Little Wayne.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say lit.
Yeah, it's got lit. Old Wayne. Those are two separate artists. Like Imagine Dragons, Ex Ambassadors, Dan Auerbach from the Black Keys. Who else?
The Who?
Panic at the Disco does a song. Who else? Future, not Future.
Designer.
No, but just a whole bunch of people that I wouldn't expect to make music together. So I'm interested in hearing that.
Fall
kind
Out
of
Boy
thing.
and Missy Elliott.
Oh God, let's not.
Shit, now I'm not excited anymore about it, dude. But I am excited about that because all the DCEU soundtracks so far have been awesome. Which this isn't the soundtrack, but I've enjoyed all the music so
It's just
far.
is it music made for the movie though?
Yes,
It's gonna be in the film.
I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess they're all original songs except for the Bohemian Rhapsody. At the
Yeah.
end.
It's been a while since a movie has done that. Really, like
Yeah.
I guess Ghostbusters did it. Did they?
I honestly don't know. I just know they did a song.
Yeah. I don't know the last time there was like a
Because I mean,
music from the.
Yeah, I remember in the '90s there
film.
was a lot of there were a lot of soundtracks and music inspired by them.
Yeah.
Which is what this is getting. I
Yeah.
know Sam will already get the freaking Mondo vinyl with the soundtrack and the album on one side. And
Yeah,
the
for
other
sure.
side.
That'd be pretty cool.
But I'm looking forward to that. I'll give it a nice listen through from beginning to end.
Definitely. What I am going to recommend is a little Netflix original film called The Fundamentals of Caring. It stars Paul Rudd, and
Sold.
It just came out recently, and it's kind of a dark comedy. Paul Rudd, he becomes a caretaker for a child with, I believe he has he has maybe cerebral palsy. He's in a wheelchair.
I want to say muscular dystrophy.
That's what it is. It's muscular dystrophy.
So after you talked about it the other day, I actually, because I had seen it, I went home and
Yeah.
watched it after you mentioned it.
Yeah, he does have muscular dystrophy. You're correct. And basically, he convinces this kid to leave the house for once and do this road trip with him. And it's just about their adventure together. And it's a lot of fun, and it's got a lot of heart, and it's legitimately funny.
Is Paul Rudd caring in this movie? Is he lovable?
Fundamentally so.
Oh, shit. Well,
Yeah, I mean, Steve, did you enjoy it?
I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, Paul Rudd is typically really good in everything
Yeah.
he does, except Wanderlust or whatever. But
I actually didn't mind Selena Gomez in it either.
yeah, no, I forgot she was in it. She wasn't bad.
that was just funny. And I actually didn't
Well,
mind.
it's just like
No.
Selena Gomez. Like a lot of her projects have been very Disney based,
Ethan Hawke oriented?
And it's not.
Oh.
It's not. No, they're very Disney.
that too.
Disney oriented films and productions, which they're not terrible. But there's always
Yeah.
that like Disney kid. Like it's nice to see her in something a little bit more adult.
Yeah.
Kind of getting away from her old Disney persona.
I feel
Yeah,
you.
and I haven't seen it really been advertised at all, which is kind of interesting. It kind of seemed like it came out of nowhere.
I think I've seen only a handful of YouTube ads, if that.
Yeah, and
The only reason I knew anything about it was because it was just in that like bar of like Netflix originals.
You know what? Yeah, that might have even been where I saw it was on Netflix.
Yeah, but I
Still
would,
on Netflix.
I would highly recommend that. I think that it's even a quick watch. Like it doesn't feel long. It's I mean it's a
What is it, like hour 30?
I think it was an hour 40.
but it's
A little bit
just
longer.
fun all the way through.
Yeah.
And just it's a great movie. So yeah, I'd say
There was a
check that
lot
one out.
of really good banter. Like the
Yeah,
dialogue was really
definitely.
quick.
Yeah, they had great chemistry. Paul Rudd and I don't know the actor's
Anybody.
name. Yeah, exactly.
It's hard not to love Paul.
I know.
But yeah, those are our recommendations for stuff we actually like.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything else to add? I think is that the show?
I think that,
Is that
I
it?
think that covers all the bases.
I guess add us on like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Movie Versus Podcast.
Make a recommendation. If you
We
want us
have
to do it.
Yeah, give us a recommendation for a theme if you want.
Just general dares.
Yeah. Well, we're players. We're not watchers.
Yeah.
So I would say we have an Instagram account now.
We do?
Yes, that's at Movie Versus Podcast.
I mean,
as
we
well. And as always, thanks to Three Wise. Go check their Facebook page out. I I guess that's it.
Thanks to Jeremy Lamb for our theme song.
I don't put the theme in the prequel episode.
Oh, we don't?
Nope. Bye.
Three Wise Radio!